The spirit behind our university is crazy. There's just so much passion. Like, if you were ever to visit our campus, it's just this love that just emanates throughout the entire campus, and it's influential. People embrace one another. People want other people to succeed, and the fact that FAMU helps build up strong African Americans, it's breathtaking. Do young people vote? What's the answer? Yeah! And clearly that's enough said. The young people are out. They early voted. They voted today. We support voting. Yes. Obama!
Demansky said the meeting could last throughout the early evening, and depending on what the insurers report, revised legislation could be proposed. Lenita? Coming up on NABJ FAMU TV 20 News, accountability was the name of the game as President Obama places the fate of the nation's economic lifeline in the hands of the men and women who run the 50 states.
From prospective students to FAMU alumni, one thing remains the same. FAMU now and FAMU forever. For Sports 20 at 5, Alicia Mitchell reporting.
Although programs have been established to help combat the problem of homeless mentally ill in Tallahassee, issues still arise. For one, transportation is not available for those seeking treatment, and two, the ones aware of the program benefits aren't even homeless. And with Barack being on Pennsylvania Avenue, many are elated about this festive historical occasion, but there's also those that protested the event in their distrust and dislike of Obama.
Need to repent before it's too late.
Prior to the swearing in of the 44th President of the United States, some very open and very opinionated protesters voiced their views loud and clear about abortion, pornography, and even homosexuality.
Why would Obama have a bishop who's a homosexual open up the inauguration with a prayer? You think God's going to hear a prayer of a homosexual? No. If Obama's going to put his hand on that Bible, he better believe what that book says.
The protesters did succeed in inciting reactions from the crowd, while others simply took photos of the spectacle. The protesters stated that they're practicing their freedom of speech and freedom of religion.
This is really confusing me because I asked him, like, if I'm a really good person, but I don't believe in Jesus, like, what's going to happen to me? And they told me I was going to go to hell, so I guess I'm just really confused by anyone who would have that much anger in them for no reason, no logical reason.
It doesn't matter if you're an evangelical or left-wing liberal, there's one issue that's not up for debate: change.
Co-Crops was known as the anchor of Thomasville, providing an array of musically themed pieces and equipment for the community.
They would rent their band instruments or purchase through here, and then all the supplies that they needed to go along with those instruments. And piano teachers have been coming in just frantic because they can't buy the piano music anymore. And so it's just a huge service that we're losing in Thomasville.
And although an easy scapegoat, Rigsby said the economy is not to blame for the closing of the store. She says it's more a sign of the times. The internet has taken over for music lovers looking for collectibles. The Thomas County Historical Society has already collected several pieces of memorabilia and ledgers that Mr. Cockcroft kept himself to be appreciated for generations to come.
People on Saturday when the sale starts, it's going to be more of a walk down memory lane and a lot of reminiscing about what this building meant to them and part of their growing up and their childhood.
In Thomasville, Alicia Mitchell, ABC 27 HD.
More than 450 American Cancer Society volunteers flooded the Capitol, urging legislators to pass the buck for a healthier Florida.
I want them to tell the stories of survival, tell them what their families have gone through, what they've gone through, so that the legislators know what is at stake here.
What is at stake is our lives. And whether young or old, the dollar increase advocates were more than ready to share their stories.
Cancer has affected a lot of people in my life. Lung cancer has affected people in my life.
My great uncle died, my grandma died in 2005 from emphysema. So I just kind of, knew that I didn't want that to be my life.
Ladies and gentlemen,
tobacco use is the single most preventable cause of death in the country, causing over 440,000 deaths in the United States annually, and unless legislation passes the bill, the numbers will only increase.
Cancer knows no race, no creed, no color, no political party. Everybody in that building has been touched by cancer at one time or another. And this is just a reminder of how important this bill is.
The cigarette tax increase will be up for discussion in the March legislative session. In Tallahassee, Alicia Mitchell, News 20 at 5.